What's up, collectors? It's your boy P Rockzilla back. Unfortunately, I've been away for a couple of days. I'm not sure if you can tell from the voice, but I've been a little bit under the weather. I'm a type of person that I barely get sick, but when I do get sick, it tends to linger with me for a good duration of time. So I'm starting to feel a little better now, and I didn't want the holidays to come before I threw up another review for everybody. So, people, today we're gonna be taking a look at a figure I've been waiting for to finally go with my Snake Eyes piece, and this is the Threezero GI Joe 1/6 scale Storm Shadow. If this is anything like the Snake Eyes figure, this is gonna be an awesome addition to my collection and to anyone else's collection who wants a 6 scale version of any GI Joe figures. And of course, everybody knows if you go GI Joe, you gotta go Snake Eyes Storm Shadow first. At least that's my opinion. Duke, Flint, all those other people could wait till later. Snake Eyes and Storm Shadows are the must. But anyways, I'm happy to finally get this guy. I'm happy to finally be in a better condition to finally get a review for everybody. So let's get the review started. Dale. Alright, so here we got the box laid out. So we can take a quick look at the box before we get the figure out. You got this cool art of Storm Shadow. Love the bow and arrow. All the accessories on his back. Storm Shadow, 1/6 scale, G.I. Joe, the Hasbro Threezero logo, FigZero on the top. On the side, you get a profile of Storm Shadow. On the back, you get nice images of some of the poses you can pose him in and the accessories he comes with. I like that pose right there, but I'm not going to copy that pose. All right, you have the legal information here, your Threezero information here, FigZero, the Cobra sign right there, Storm Shadow, and then you get your official Threezero sticker. And on the front, once you open up the flap, you can actually see the figure inside. You get this nice Cobra G.I. Joe Storm Shadow logo on the left. And then here you go. Good old Storm Shadow. Look at that. All right, let's get this bad boy, the silent, well, that's the Snake Eyes, but he's still somewhat silent, but let's get this assassin out the box. All right, so once you get the figure out the box and the front of the clamshell off, let's get the box out the way so we can show you exactly what's inside here. So here you go, you get the figure. Let's get this guy out real quick. All right, so here we have Storm Shadow. And then like I said, I'm just gonna go ahead and take everything out so we can get a better detailed look at him and all the accessories. But I'm just gonna pull everything out real quick just to show you guys. All right, so we got him there. And then, as you can see in the tray, you have all the hands that go there. You have the nunchucks that go here. And right below, on the back portion of this is where you have his belt and sheath for his swords. And then underneath this clamshell, you get the swords with the bow and arrows. Typical Threezero extra pegs for the hands. They normally give you about 2 or 4, so that's good. And then below that, you do get the instruction manual. These always come in handy. I say Threezero does a good job with their instruction manuals. And then of course, you get the Threezero 1-year warranty sheet here. Now the only negative thing about these 1-year warranty sheets is I think if you were to get them from comic shops, if you don't have a receipt, because I think they want you to show proof of delivery or order number. There you go. So normally if you buy stuff from comic shops, you don't get an order number. So unfortunately, the warranty sheet may not be valid for people who buy them at local shops. All right, so here we got everything out here. So let me get everything out, spread out, so we can look at everything in detail. And I can tell already, this guy's gonna be awesome. All right, here we have the man, the myth, the legend, Storm Shadow, laid out with all his accessories. So let's take a look at the man himself, Storm Shadow. So the hood does have bendy wire on the front portion. So that's cool that you can, use that to basically adjust it how you want the hood to go on or off of him. Me, I'm gonna keep the hood off. More likely, I'm gonna buy there's a second edition of this figure coming out that he has the camo outfit and he has like the Wolverine looking claws. So I'm definitely picking that one up. And that one I think looks better with the hood on, so I'll keep the hood on that one. This is Storm Shadow to me with the hood off. Most of the time he has the hood off. But let's look at the detail on the figure. So you can see. So I gotta say, Threezero, man. I mean, when it comes to like the cartoon anime stuff, they freaking knock it out the park, man. Look at the details. Look at the ears. You can see the ears there. You can see the wrinkles around the ears. You can see it around the head. Look at that. It looks like an actual, like a real mask. You can see the details in the eyes, the eyebrows. You can see the stern look on his face, the outline of the nose, a little bit of the chin. Look at that. And over here, you get the little wrinkles back there too. Right here too. That's awesome. Now, I'm not sure if it shows on camera. It probably does, but there is weathering to the outfit. It's not pure white. There is some browning on it. So that looks good. All right, so let's look at the chest. This is a soft plastic. I thought it was going to be harder, so that's good. And then you got the Cobra sign there. Got the detail on the chest plate. Got the weathering there. We turn to the back. You can see detail there. And then the arms are seamless. It's kind of like the same. Oh no, they're a little bit softer. These are a little bit, I thought it was the same as the rainbow, but the rainbows are a little bit tighter. Just the plastic's a little bit harder right here on the elbows, and this is actually softer. So this is a softer seamless arm. You have the details on the gauntlets. The gauntlets are malleable. You got the gloves. Look at the detail inside the gloves. You can got some weathering inside the gloves. That's nice. Look at the veins. The fact that they could do the veins on the seamless body, that's good too. Like that. All right, the belt is nice. The belt is cloth material. It's like an elastic almost right here. And it's sewed onto this plastic piece right here. Or glued on, I mean. And the pouches. This is for the nunchucks. You can place the nunchucks on there. Then he has more pouches in the back. All right, the pants. Soft goods. They don't feel cheap, so they feel good. A little bit of weathering right here. And we go down to the wraps around his shins. Nicely detailed, nicely weathered. And then you go down to the boots. We got the treads. Man, this Storm Shadow looks awesome. Oh. I know they're continuing with the G.I. Joe line Threezero. I know they released some images recently of some other figures. I didn't get the chance to look it out yet, so I'm not sure which other ones are going to be in the line. But I'm happy that they're going to continue this. Also looking forward to, since they're knocking this out of the park, their Naruto series. All right, so that's Storm Shadow. He does come with 2 closed fists, as you can see there. And he does come with 2 sword hands. Give the old dapperoo. And then he comes with, if I look correctly, this one should be for the bow and arrow. This is for basically pulling on the string portion. Kind of like this. And then this one's probably for holding the bow, but I'll find out for sure when I start messing around with the accessories. All right, so he does come with his sheaths for the swords and for the arrows. Now, according to the instructions, I'm not sure I'm gonna test it out, but it says only put 4 in here, and it does come with 6 arrows. You do get 6 arrows there, as you can see there. So they give you 2 extras. So you have 4 in the sheath, and then 1 or 2 on the actual bow and arrow, or just have 1 in storage for spare, just in case you lose one. Yep, that's nice. And then, of course, we get his 2 katanas. Not Storm Shadow, but the katanas. Those are nice. They're not die cast, but they're painted very well. Yeah, there's a little bit of weathering. I don't know if that's weathering. That's just from the packaging. All right, and then we have the nunchucks. This is a real chain. It's not plastic. So this is a real chain. All right, so we got that. And then we got the bow here, which does give you some pull here. You can hear that. I'll show you. I'm gonna put it close to the camera so you guys can hear this. Yep, so you do have some pull here. I'm hoping, I'm not sure, I'm gonna find out through test of time, but I'm hoping this is one of the type of strings that, you know, I have a link figure from Medicom that I have them posed and shooting their bow, and I am putting some strain on the bow. But if I let it go once a month, I let it go, it kind of reforms and gets its tension back. So hopefully this is the same thing. And then, like I said before, you get 6 of these arrows. These are nicely done, fine, pointy. All right, so let's go ahead and I guess let's look at some articulation before I put the sheath on him. So we take Storm Shadow, let's see. So let's try this. All right, so the head can move sideways. You can move all the way around, but that just, like I said, that's always creepy for me. I don't want no exorcism going on here. The head can move up about that much. This is a soft plastic cloth under. So you gotta kind of be careful with that. You don't want to pinch it too much. Then you could look down that much. All right. All right, so let's test the arms out. Arms are ratcheted and they can go that high. All right, so you could do the infamous T-pose. So they do go that high, and you can see the joints underneath it. Oh, come on, zoom in. There we go. And you can see the joint there. All right, you do, let's see, you don't really get bicep swivel because of seeing the skin. You could turn it this way, and as you can see, the skin moves under because the joint right there, you can see the skin under the joint under there. So that kind of feels a little weird, but that's fine. All right. So let's see the elbow bend. It's ratcheted. And everybody knows with the seamless skins, one of the negatives is basically once you get to the farthest joint, it ratchets, it kind of pushes itself back out, as you can see there. So look. And it looks a little funky there, but not bad. I do feel you got to be careful because, like, as you can see here, guys, look. You see that piece there? This is when I'm moving the joints all the way. So that's going to cause problems in the future. I'm not sure if that's an issue with mine only. We'll see the other elbow. Yeah. So this is the other elbow. I don't see that bulge spot there, so maybe it's just an issue with mine. Not my luck. Man, it feels weird. Feel it right there. Let me see if I wonder if I. Let's see if I do this way. All right, let's try something real quick. I just want to see if that bulge part comes out from the back end if I do it this way. Yep, so I do still see it there. So, like I said, I'm not sure if this is just a defect on my end, so just something to be careful about if you guys want to check it out. All right, so let's go down to the waist. Let's move the hands up again one more time just to see. And we'll go down to the waist, see if we got any waist articulation. So, unfortunately, no waist articulation. If someone has this figure and they do get waist articulation, let me know, but mine seems like it's hindered. As you can hear, it's not really moving. He does. Oh, it doesn't even get. Does he get? Oh, he shouldn't. I don't think he gets any. He can't really move back. He can move back about that much, which isn't really much. And yeah, I don't want to break my figure, but I'm not really getting any ab crunch, so that might be an issue too. But all right, leg wise, he can do the split. You need to just basically try to slide up the pants a little bit more, and he could kind of get a split. As you can see, it is hindered with the pants. You see the tension right here going on in the bottom, so you don't want to rip that. So you don't want to keep doing a big split or keep it posed like this for too long. All right, so the legs are not ratcheted. And then he can, let's see if you do the Hogan boot. Yeah, I don't know. The pants are kind of hindering it. You can see the bulge right here. All right. So he can't really, it's kind of disappointing a little bit, that fact that he can't really pose. And he could somewhat do a bootleg Hogan boot, but that's not that good. All right, so legs go up that high. The knees, you do get a good bend, but once again with the pants, you do get some hindering. So that's probably as far as you can see the tension right there. This is as far as you can go with the bend. You can still get some running action going on. All right, I mean, he does move smoothly, so that's good. All right, so for the legs, you do get pivot, the ankles, you do get side to side, and then you can move the toes down that much and about that high. So he is a little limited on articulation, which I knew was going to be kind of one of the reasons with this seamless body. I just got to be careful of that little bulge I got back there. So when I pose him, I got to make sure I don't have this arm flex too much. All right, so there goes the articulation. And for now, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and put the sheath and backpack on him. So I'll show you guys how to get this done. So you would have to basically put the arm all the way up, take the head off. And as you can see there, this is one thing you gotta be careful with. And I don't think mine's, yeah, see, mine's came off with the peg. The peg was supposed to stay in the neck. So that's gonna be a little interesting to get back on there, but whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll get her done. All right, so then basically you would take the head off, slide this under the armpit, put this portion under there, and then just slide this right over his neck. Make sure you put it under the hood, not over. There you go. And once you have that there, you can readjust everything. Let's move the arm back down. So there you go, as you can see, it's on there. And you can go this way. As you can see, it's on there. So let's try to get this head back on. Let's see if this is going to give me a challenge or not. Gotta move that joint. And then let's go ahead and push this head in. All right. So there we go. There we have him with the head back on and with the sheath on. I'm ready for wielding all his weapons. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead. Actually, let me see something. Let me try. Give me one quick sec. I want to try, see if I can try something right here. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the arrows in there. Get the arrows in here. Let's go 1, and let's go 2. Let's go 3, and then let's go 4. So yeah, looks like 4 is the limit that they can go. Let me just try to push this 5th one in there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's not gonna squeeze in there. So it is true. You're going to get 4 in there. And then basically, when you do put the swords in the sheath, one thing the instructions do tell you is make sure the blade is down, which is like this. And this slides in right into there. You got to be, there's a little tension. Maybe I did it wrong the other way. Yep, that's right. I'm sorry. So blade down portion has to go up. So that slides right in right there. And then you put in this one right here. And that's good right there. And there we have Storm Shadow equipped with his backpack. Oh, sorry about the sniffles. That's why I'm a little sick. Another thing too is the nunchucks do go here too also. So I've always liked the fact that when you have a figure, they can carry all their accessories on them. So you don't have to keep the accessories in the bag. I've always enjoyed that and like that with figures, and respect when people do that with the figures. Because it's one thing I always hate is like have all these accessories and then everything just goes back in the box and in the bag. So that fits perfect there. Not just perfect there. The arrows perfectly right there. The 2 katanas perfectly right there. And then of course you can always basically do something like this for his bow too. You can do something like that where you can have the bow on him too also, so you can actually pose it. Looks a little funky, but I'll do better adjustments. All right, guys, so let's go ahead. We did the articulation. We put the accessories on him. And I'll do a few adjustments, and then we'll go ahead and do a size comparison. And then I'll go ahead and try to put some of these hands onto the weapons. All right, I do want to show you guys real quick with the bow and arrow. So these are the hands that you would normally need for the bow and arrow. This is the left hand that will hold the bow. Then this is the right hand that holds the string and the arrow. One cool thing about this, as I was messing around with it, is if you see on the bow, there's a slot there for the arrow. So you can actually slot it there and then put it on the bow and it'll actually stay there, which is cool. So this helps a lot because I know with the Link figure, the actual arrow on the tip of the arrow, there's a peg there that pegged into the hand that helps keep the arrow steady. So with that option right here, since they don't have the peg on the arrow, and this option right here, this will definitely, as long as you can get the figure posed to hold this portion right here where my left hand's at, this will definitely hold the arrow in place for you without having to have a peg on the arrow and then on the hand, which is a good design. It's better than the Medicom Link one. Because with the Medicom one, I'm always nervous that peg, when I have the bow drawn, that tension may put force on that peg and eventually the peg's going to break off. All right, guys, so let's go ahead. I just showed you that real quick. I'm going to go ahead and get them in basic pose and get a good size comparison. And then from there, we'll go to final poses and final thoughts. All right, here we got Storm Shadow posed up in the basic pose just for a good size comparison. So let's get some figures in here. And of course, you know we had to get his enemy slash friend, Snake Eyes. So here's the Threezero Snake Eyes. He's been waiting for his buddy this whole time. So he's very excited for Snake Eyes. So there's Snake Eyes right there. Let me just adjust this. I want to get another figure in here. Let me just move this a little bit real quick for you guys. All right. So there he is next to Snake Eyes. And then let's go ahead and bring in a Hot Toys. And I keep bringing this guy out. I'm still in love with this guy. And he's basically, of all my Hot Toys, he's the only one I actually have quick access to. So that's why I keep grabbing him. But of course, the one and only Captain Rex. Let's adjust this guy a little bit. So there he is with Captain Rex. And then let's go ahead and bring in one more Threezero figure. And of course, because winter is coming, here is the Night King. And that's Threezero figure also. Let's go ahead and just move this a little bit over. Let's see, Storm Shadow's kind of overlapping. Or getting overlapped by Snake Eyes. All right, there we go. So there's a good size comparison, some figures. All the other Threezero figures, so you get an idea if you do collect Threezeros of how Storm Shadow would fit with your other figures. And of course, with the Hot Toys too. That's the pinnacle of the 6 scale community. And basically, I have to have a Hot Toys comparison because most people have Hot Toys more than Threezero. So here's the treat for everybody, the holiday smorgasbord. All right, guys. So now let's go ahead and get these guys out of here and let's get some final poses and final thoughts. All right, here we got them posed up real quick. And I'm liking this figure a lot. I mean, I am a little bothered. I mean, I'm always trying to be honest with you, community. With all my reviews, I'm a little disappointed with some of the articulation just because of the hydration from the pants and that little bulge sticking out from the back of my tricep on the one arm is a little bothering. So, but other than that, I mean, this guy looks awesome. This is how I would want a 1/6 scale Storm Shadow. Another issue is I guess on mine's the ankle joints are a little loose. So like, you know, I have to kind of balance him out when I try to stand him, because if I try to stand him by himself, he does tend to lean forward with it. So I had to do a little bit of adjustment to kind of get him balanced out. On this pose, you know, when I first tried putting him in this pose, he was a little wobbly there, but I got him, you know, you spread the legs open a little bit, do a little adjustments, and you can get him standing without the stand, no problem. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving him in my display shelf like this without a stand, because you bump into that shelf, he might tip over. Let me see if I can do a different pose, something that could kind of show off the legs maybe. See if I can do some kind of standing kick pose, see if we can get a stand, or have him standing without, maybe bouncing on one foot. I'll give that a quick try. All right, so I was able to get him posed in a kicking stance, a high kick stance on one leg with no stand. So I didn't think I was gonna able to get this accomplished because of the issues I had with the ankles. It took me a little time, but yes, look, I was finally able to do it. And he holds it awesome. And he looks awesome. Like, all right, so this gave me a little bit plus more on the plus side of, the negative and positive about this figure. Like I said, some of the articulation. At first, when I was, before I said it before, I was saying that it was kind of hindered. But now, after you put some more time and effort into the figure, adjust every single crevice on him, you can actually get some of these poses. And like I said, this is amazing that you can actually get him doing a 1/6 scale figure, another 1/6 scale figure, doing a high kick, standing on one leg with no stand. This would be a cool museum dynamic pose, Eddie. Throwing it at you again. So yeah, this is good. I like the way he poses and the way he looks. So all right, so let's get him. I just wanted to get this out there for you guys, so you guys can see that it is possible to get him in this pose and have him standing on one leg. All right, here we have Snake Eyes along with Storm Shadow. I had to have them pose together at the end. This is the completion of the set of these two classic characters from my childhood, and of course, new children growing up now since G.I. Joe is a big thing again. So I would definitely recommend this figure if you already have Snake Eyes. If you don't have Snake Eyes and you were waiting for Storm Shadow, he's a good figure too. Like I said, at first I was a little worried about the articulation, but the arms are a little bit of an issue with the articulation, but not as much. You can still get away with some poses. The legs are very articulated. I love the fact that Storm Shadow can hold all of his accessories except for minus 2 arrows or 1. But he can hold every single weapon on him, so I don't have no worries about having to go put his box in storage and having to go back to his box and grabbing accessories. Everything that came with him is actually on him and will stay on him in my display. Snake Eyes, same thing. I think more likely I gotta check his box again. I think he actually has everything on him too. So I love what Threezero did with that. Like I said, that always is a big plus for me, is when you can have all the accessories on the actual character in your display, not just laying around the character on the floor. But I'm super happy that I got both of these figures. Threezero is killing it this year. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do next year. I know they're starting to pick up some more anime lines. And I know they're going to make more G.I. Joes. Hopefully, would be awesome if Threezero gave us a Destro and a Baroness. Now, I know Threezero, their female bodies are not as voluptuous as other lines, but they've been improving. So that would be, we imagine Baroness with Snake Eyes type, costume, like the same material they use. They could put the same thing on Baroness, and it would look perfect. Now, the only thing I'm hoping is no Ruta here, just sculpted here. Yeah. So, anyways, people, Snake Eyes is a classic ninja. I keep saying Snake Eyes. I'm so sorry. I got them both there. Storm Shadow. Snake Eyes is classic ninja too. Storm Shadow. Like I said, I was waiting for this guy. I'm happy I finally have him. You will be also if you are picking up this figure. If you're on the fence, like I said, it's up to you. If you're into G.I. Joe and you have Snake Eyes, then yes, I would definitely recommend Storm Shadow. If you don't have Snake Eyes and you're still on the fence, think it over. But Storm Shadow is an awesome pickup. Both of you guys are awesome pickups. I would recommend both of them. So anyways, people, like I said, I'm a little under the weather, so I'm going to try to get another review before Christmas. If I don't, I apologize. Like I said, I'm getting better, but not 100% yet. And I don't want to get germs all over my fingers and my equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe these things down once I'm done with the review. So anyways, people, enjoy your holidays. Enjoy collecting. I hope you get some awesome figures for Christmas and the holidays. As always, people, keep collecting. Be good. Stay safe. Dale.